All right. Hello, everyone. We're back for another video in our countdown series. If you haven't had a chance to watch the first video, you can find all of them on our YouTube channel, and I'll leave a link in the comments. In case you missed our first video, I'm Carissa, an international student advisor at Western Washington University. And these videos are for students who are interested in studying English at Western. In our first video, we went over lots of information about the IEP and many reasons that you might want to join the program. One of those reasons was if you want to get a degree at Western. So today I'm joined by two guests to talk to you about 3 ways to get a degree at Western. And if you aren't interested in getting a degree, if you are more interested in learning English for professional purposes, you can skip this video and come back for next week when we'll learn more about a day in the life of the IEP from a student. All right, let's jump right in. Today, I'm joined by Casey Eggers and Mary Beth Hartenstein. So let's quickly learn about their positions at Western. Casey, why don't you start?
Thanks, Carissa. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. My name is Casey Egger. I manage the international admissions and global outreach here for Western Washington University. I primarily focus on the undergraduate admissions. So that's students seeking their first bachelor's degree, even students seeking a second bachelor's degree, or students coming back to school for maybe just some quick preparation for a grad school program. I've been with Western for about 4 years. I'm also an alum. I studied here and earned a degree in linguistics and psychology. So I truly enjoyed my experience at Western, and I really love getting out there and talking to students and families about why Western is such a great place and how it could be possibly a good fit for you studying and starting your academic and career goals here. Thanks.
And hi, everyone. My name is Mary Beth Hartenstein, and I'm the director of the Global Pathway program at Western. And that's something you'll hear more about a little bit later in our video today. I'll explain what that means and how it fits in to the 3 paths to a degree at Western. I've worked at Western for a couple of years now, and it's such a great environment for international students. I work really closely with the IEP office, as well as the International Student Services Office, and really enjoy all this working with those different offices and seeing all the support that they're able to provide international students when they come to Western.
Great. Thank you both for being here today with me. So we said there are 3 paths to a degree at Western. So number 1 is to be directly admitted as an international student for undergraduate or graduate programs. Number 2 is through conditional admission at Western. And number 3 is through the Global Pathway program that Mary Beth just talked about. So let's start with undergraduate direct admit. Casey, can you tell us some things that we need to know about direct admission to Western Washington University?
Sure, thanks. So applying to Western as a direct admit student is pretty straightforward. There are basically 3 things that we're looking for. First is to submit an application with your personal and academic background. We're going to use that to evaluate whether or not you are prepared for undergraduate level studies based on your academics there. So send us official transcripts or copies of transcripts if you're in high school, official transcripts if you're in college, so that we can evaluate your academic background, as I said. And then the third is to fulfill our English language requirement. And the way that students usually do that is by either taking the TOEFL, the IELTS, or the Duolingo English test. If you're looking to be direct admitted, students should be above average academically, and on the English test, we would look for a 79 on the TOEFL, a 6.5 on the IELTS, and a 105 on the Duolingo English test. And those are pretty much your ways to be admitted to Western directly to begin studying in your undergraduate program right away. If you're interested in graduate programs, those scores might be a little bit higher. So I'd encourage those students looking for grad programs to either connect with me personally or with the grad school at gradschool@wwu.edu.
Great. And we'll leave some contact information below this video so you can connect with any of us directly if you have questions. But if you have questions and you're watching this live, you can feel free to add a comment and we will answer that at the end of the video. So Casey, what if a student hasn't taken an English test or their scores aren't high enough? Maybe they don't feel like those tests really represent their skills.
Sure, yeah. So for those students, we would offer conditional admissions. And essentially, if they meet all other academic requirements, great student, and they're only missing either an English language test, or they haven't even taken it, or they scored a little bit lower, we'll go ahead and admit that student conditionally. And what they'll do is they'll start in the intensive English program and complete at least the highest level, level 6, to show that their English proficiency meets our academic standards. And then they begin full-time in their undergraduate studies after completing level 6.
Great, yeah. So, and a lot of students really benefit from conditional admission more than just improving their English skills. They get a chance to get to know a little bit more about the US academic higher education system, a little bit of the classroom culture that they might expect in an undergraduate or graduate degree. So many of our students really enjoy the conditional admission process, even if it's only 1/4 of extra English study before they begin their degree. Thanks for that information, Casey.
Sure.
Mary Beth, we said that the third path to a degree was the Global Pathway Program. Can you briefly explain about that program and how it's different than conditional undergraduate admission?
Yes, sure. So the Global Pathway Program at Western is similar to conditional admission in that students are conditionally admitted to Western when they're in the pathway program. They still need to take some English classes to improve their English and be fully admitted. But the difference is that GPP students, Global Pathway Program students, get to study, their intensive English classes, and they also take Western academic classes at the same time. So we specially select certain classes at Western that we feel students can be successful in when they're at the higher levels of their final stages of English learning. So they take a mix of IEP classes and a few Western academic classes to really get a jump start on their undergraduate degree at Western. So when students complete the pathway program, they will be starting at Western with up to 30 credits of undergraduate classes already. So they're already well on their way towards their degree by the time they finish the pathway.
Yeah, it's a great program. A lot of times other schools might call these bridge programs. So if you've heard that term before, the Global Pathway Program helps bridge from English language study to a degree program. So it's a wonderful program. We're excited to have it here at Western. And I don't know if you knew this, but Western has more than 175 academic programs. So when Mary Beth talks about your degree program, you have lots of different options at Western. Thank you both once again for joining me today. If our watchers are interested in more information, you can feel free to leave a comment or email any of us directly, and we will be happy to answer your questions and get you on your path to a degree at Western. Next week's video, you should come back and join us because we will be talking about a day in the life of the IEP from a student perspective. So we hope to see you then or on our YouTube channel. So have a great day or night, whatever time it is. Thanks again, Mary Beth and Casey.
Thanks, Carissa.
Students, look forward to meeting you.
See you in Bellingham soon.